No good on the free throw.
And something you have to remember about Jrue Holiday, he was a key player in helping the Bucks win their historic title in 2021.
He was unbelievable in that entire postseason. Started every game, averaged 17 points, was going to take on the toughest guard opposing player and accept that challenge for every series, and took them to the title. And just a monster slam from Giannis that time.
Outside, George. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Middleton can't get it to go.
I know it's about defending the post and the three-point line these days, but still got to be active in the mid-range area, and the defense gets away with one there.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Pass to Lopez. Another shot. Here's Giannis. That one goes. Count it. Giannis has got 10 points in the game.
I don't know where the shoulder starts and the arms end for Giannis, but it makes him dangerous on the offensive glass.
Here's Wall. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. It goes on Chris Middleton. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Clippers.
And right from the jump, they've been working hard to establish themselves inside, using agility and power to get shots in the paint.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action, bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
A nice shot by George.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
He gets that one. 12 points for him.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
Here we go, one-on-one. Middleton with it. He's picked up by Wall. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Middleton outside. Shot clock at 5. The Bucks need to get a shot off here. Ibaka, no luck.
We'll have a hard time shaking that one off. Perfect position, plenty of space. Just clanked it.
Here's Zubac. The shot's good on the assist by George.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. A shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good with the triple. Right side, George. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. George has got 13.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
Well, dominant so far. That's the responsibility of the starters. Now let's see if everybody else who plays in this game makes the same kind of high-level contributions.
And so far, through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And guys, what's your take on the Clippers so far?
Hey, why take jump shots when you can get your points at the rim?
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter we'll see what kind of adjustments get made. Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there, unfortunately. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. We got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. Bucks trail by 12. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly it's been a lot of outsized factors that have gotten the Clippers to this point, but with the ownership and the enthusiasm, behind what the owner brings to the table and wanting to make this team viable, they're in position to make some great noise if they find their health. So healthy for the league to have two teams in LA that can be this good.
And the Clippers call time here. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Back to Covington. And the dunk by Covington.
It felt like Powell had the shot, but good job of feeding the open man.
Pass to Connaughton. And here's Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does great. Now here's Jackson. Here's Zeller. And the dunk by Zeller.
Yeah, really good job by Reggie Jackson just finding the shooter and feeding him. In the 2021 playoffs, you remember Reggie Jackson came up huge for the Clippers, averaging almost 18 points a game before they finally lost to the Suns in the Western Conference Final.
And here's Jackson following the three from Jaren Jackson. Jackson with it, and it's Carter picking him up. Well, for Jackson, he earned himself a new contract, Brent, and starting point guard duties because of that playoff.
With both Kawhi Leonard and Paul George missing most of the 21-22 season, Reggie Jackson took the Clippers to the 8th seed in the West, carried a lot of the scoring load consistently for the Clippers, and he led the team in both points and assists.
Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. Left side Jackson. Back to Carter. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate. And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
And sometimes we see players who could have been pros in another sport. Pat Connaughton is one of those guys. It's been well documented that he played both basketball and baseball in college and was actually drafted in 2014.
And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And with Connaughton, there's no question he had a shot as a pro pitcher.
Well, a tribute to how athletic and how talented Pat was is as a pitcher he had a mid-90-mile-per-hour fastball, which is tremendous when you think about it. It's fantastic that he's been able to carve out this career after the first couple seasons where it was on the brink, where he might have gone to Europe or back to baseball.
And this kid throws down some mean dunks. Jackson showcasing his athleticism on that one.
And that's an intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Now here's Jackson. He's got 8.
You know Jackson can just fly. I mean, that athleticism and energy is off the charts.
Outside Anthony. A shot by Holiday. Nobody around. Oh, good on the 3. And the foul on Drew Holiday. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. 13 foul.
1:57 left here in the second. Down low. Stolen by Middleton.
I don't like that decision there on the entry pass. Not with the defender right there ready to pick it off. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Now here's Jackson. 10 points for him. Crafty move. That one's not going to go. Good work defensively by Anthony. On the wing, Jackson. And an intentional foul right there.
Miles Bridges. Third personal foul. Second team foul.
On defense, the Clippers. Here's Giannis. It's hauled in by Zubac. Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt, and teams pack in the lane against Milwaukee, but Giannis in particular is a terrific passer, and if you leave a shooter open, he tends to find it. And when you look at Paul George, I mean, he's been in the middle of a couple monster trades.
Well, PG exchanged for 2 future All-Stars in Sabonis and Oladipo going to Indy. And in that massive trade to L.A., the Thunder got SGA and a boatload of picks. It just shows you how much value Paul George has. And trust me, he's very much valued by the team he's on.
Here's Jackson after Drew Holiday scored. Jackson down low. Out of bounds. Milwaukee takes possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
There's 39 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Bounce pass, Holiday. Here's Giannis. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
As Giannis has grown in his physical stature, widening those shoulders, having more strength, these are the kind of plays that make all that hard work pay off.
And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. This is his first free throw of the game.
In their last contest, guys, he was unconscious from the foul line.
That's good from Antetokounmpo.
Perennial MVP candidate continues to thrive, and it's Giannis's work ethic that has separated him from most.
Yeah, in this quarter, they've had the right approach, driving and drawing, initiating contact, create opportunities, get to the line.
The Clippers again turning it over. And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game.
And they're allowing too many points in the paint. Coach is going to let them hear about it.
Yeah, coach knows that. They know that. In the timeout, they're going to hear about it, make the adjustment.
Stolen by by Zubac. That one doesn't drop. And so we conclude the first half. Clippers lead by 6. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. And the Clippers have possession. 6-point game. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Timeout called the Bucks.
Milwaukee timeout. It's time to get live. Welcome your forward court crew to the floor.
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. We know the league's cracking down on those dangerous plays that risk a player's health. Why was that less of a focus when you play?
That's a great question. I think it's smarter to approach the game this way. We don't want to have unnecessary injury because of guys maybe just taking it a little too far with the physicality.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Now here is Holiday. For three, Middleton. The Clippers grab the miss. Outside Leonard. Morris outside. The kick out to Wall. Six on the shot clock. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
Well, if you believe in the numbers, that mid-range shot is not a high-value shot, even with little or no defense on you.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses. An efficient scorer, Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
He does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
Now here's Leonard. Taking a look at the scoring numbers, right now he averages about 9 points a game. And he makes good on the layup. And the Clippers lead by 7.
Great dribble move there. Kawhi using refined ball handling skills to get wherever he needs to on the floor.
And to Antetokounmpo. And Drew Holiday with the 3. Holiday's got 5.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
And the Clippers call time here. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Here's Jackson. Driving in. That shot off the mark. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
Sometimes as an analyst, you love to talk about strategies to slow down a guy who's got it going. With Giannis, I don't really have any.
Back to George. Here's Zubac. And the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Middleton looking it over. The shot goes down and he gets this game back to even. Middleton's got his first basket.
So impressive with the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Well, they didn't really have a choice at the position that they were. They had to fight hard. They've gotten that. They've outworked the other team, just fighting to it.
Giannis up top for the lead. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Outside, George from deep three-point range. Los Angeles with another miss. Brent, looking back, the Clippers have really put things together over the last decade.
They have. Injuries have been a factor the past couple of seasons, so they haven't competed at the level certainly that the owner wants to, but trying to keep this core group of guys together, if they do that and they get health, there's a lot of talent there and a lot of guys who've done it on the biggest of stages.
And the Clippers call time here. A different look for the Clippers.
Please give a big round of applause for your Bucks.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now.
Your young Bucks Stetson. Give up on the ball.
Outside, Wall. And they get it. Rebounded by Jackson.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical. And the defense of Jaren Jackson Jr., it has become elite. Triple J finishing top 5 in 2022 in the Defensive Player of the Year voting.
Now, here's Ingles. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Sinks the... triple.
In perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Back to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. No good. The Bucks go the other way with it. Greg, why do you think Jaren Jackson Jr. made that leap defensively in his game?
Kevin, health. Jackson was finally back to 100% in 2022. The ability to kind of fully use his physical tools. And Jaren's still learning from playing night in and night out. Now living up to that massive potential.
And the rejection by Giannis. Middleton can't get it to go.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
To Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. And he banks in the layup. Antetokounmpo's got 24.
When he was a skinny kid, defenders would always try to get physical with Giannis. That changed pretty quick. Doesn't work so well anymore.
And the Clippers call time here. Clippers trail by 9. Outside, George. Can they get it? And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
Not afraid that time as PG goes right at the defense to make that play happen.
And the Bucks are on a tremendous run here. The most consecutive playoff appearances since that streak they had back from 1980 to 91.
Carter for 3. Now the Clippers with it. To the middle. Here's Bridges. The shot's good on the assist by George.
And this is where PG, at his height, because of his size, he's got that advantage to see over the defense and locate the open man.
Outside Jackson.
Milwaukee foul. Jaren Jackson.
For Los Angeles, they have attempted 11 free throws today and converted 8 of them.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasizing.
You look at the massive hauls that have been received in the trades with Paul George. That should tell you how valuable PG is.
And as we end the third quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Milwaukee with the ball. They lead by 4. Pass to Jackson. Makes it off the glass. Jackson's got the fourth quarter going with the first basket of the period here for the Bucks. Wall attacking. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
Inside, outside, it doesn't matter. Like how Wall attacks and looks to score when the opportunity presents itself.
Out to Carter. Ingles in the corner. Three-pointer. Trying to get open is Ibaka. Ingles can't get it to go. Now Wall. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
Sometimes Wall seems just undeniable. Even the contact doesn't slow him down.
Sweet move. And the dunk by Jackson.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Wall. Takes it out to Covington. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Covington doesn't have to have the ball to help you, but you do want him occasionally to get touches and keep him engaged.
And since 1999, the Clippers and Lakers have shared their downtown LA arena. The only NBA teams to split a venue, but that's going to change soon.
Jackson misses. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. Covington wide open. He fires. Here's Bridges. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That's on Jaren Jackson.
I tell you, Bridges, you see the athleticism, the improving skill set, and the instincts are coming along.
And it's tied up with that one. The Clippers broke ground on their new arena, set to open in Inglewood in 2024. I've seen the footprint. You fly right into LAX, and you see it every time. It's going to be beautiful.
And that'll be huge for the Clips. If they're trying to create their own identity in Southern California, having a venue just for the Clippers will help.
Here's Jackson. That's another one for him. Fifth in just 7 shots.
Good work down low from the 6'2" Reggie Jackson. Not bashful.
Takes it down to Middleton. Pass to Lopez. Nice ball movement by Milwaukee. And it's Chris Middleton with the 3. And the Bucks lead by 3.
Not shy from outside. There's no doubt about that. Spreading the floor and getting them up.
Stolen by Allen. Here's Giannis. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Hard to get upset at the defense there. Antetokounmpo is no easy matchup down low in the paint.
And Greg, even with teams daring Giannis to shoot from outside, his career three-point percentage stuck below 30%.
And still an elite scorer because of his proficiency at the rim. But It's been said before, if he adds the triple, he'll be truly unguarded.
Lopez with the block.
Oh, that's out of there. Not a high riser, but Lopez using his frame. A smart block, if you will.
Here's Holiday. Here's Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
Right side, George. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, height and length at that position for Paul George, that's problematic for a defender, and he used his size to draw the foul that time.
Both good from the line that time.
You might want to think twice before sending him to the line again. He gets locked in when the game gets close.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Oh, reversed it home. That was pretty.
Agreed. The agility on display. Here's Jackson. Goes to the reverse layup and taps it in.
You know, Reggie Jackson has had a few years in the NBA where he's averaged 6 or more assists, so he can make plays.
Holiday looking over the floor. Pass to Antetokounmpo. And Giannis throws it down hard.
I think Giannis loves that kind of stuff right there. His dunks sometimes get vicious.
Outside, George. Over in the corner, Zubats. Outside for Jackson. That falls. Nice speed that time from George. 14 points for Reggie Jackson.
Oh, this team believes in Reggie, and Reggie, trust me, believes in Reggie.
Pass for Lopez. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They're trailing by 6. There's 1:17 left in the fourth quarter. So both teams making some changes here. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Teron Lewis. He talked to the team. And even though they're down, he was confident. He said, look, guys, I've got all the confidence in the world in you. We've been down this road before. You know what we need to do. Kevin, let's see if they can overcome this deficit.
Thanks so much, David.
He does that so well. At his size, he's always a threat to throw it down.
Spins. Fades. And that one goes long.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Second team foul.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Jackson. The kick out to Holiday. And the dunk by Jackson.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
Yeah, definitely putting a stamp on this one. A very, very decisive victory for the club tonight.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
And he commits the intentional foul.
And you can see where they're coming from by fouling to stop the clock, but really they're just kidding themselves.
The first one falls for. And both free throws good for Giannis.
Breathe easy now. The biggest free throws in the game, and he's coming through.
Outside Leonard. Taken away by Holiday. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
George. First personal foul.
That one is off. He's off on the second. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
Jaren Jackson Jr. Fourth personal foul.
And they recover it. And so they foul intentionally.
Second personal foul. 15 foul.
And he can't get the first one. And he sinks the second. And the Clippers call time here. They trail by 13. Just 4 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And a little late to implement a plan B. This game is a wrap.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
And George, here we go. And the rejection by Jackson. And so it's the Bucks taking care of business in this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference.